The Chinese military has built mock targets of an American aircraft carrier and other U.S. warships in the Taklamakan desert as part of a new target range complex, according to photos by the company Maxar Images. The full-scale model of a U.S. carrier and at least 2 Arleigh Burke-class destroyers are part of the target range that's been built in the Ruoqiang region in central China. The carrier target itself appears to be a flat surface without the carrier's island, aircraft lifts, weapons sponsors, or other details the imagery from Maxar shows. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why China is building life-size model of U.S. aircraft carriers. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by the free-to-play military vehicle combat game War Thunder. We talk a lot about military vehicles on this channel, but what about trying them out for yourself? In War Thunder, you can choose from more than 1,200 playable vehicles from the 1930s to the 1990s and go to battle on more than 80 theaters of war. You can fly aircraft, helicopters, drive tanks, and command ships of all types and sizes, which have been carefully recreated from their real-world counterparts. It's available as a free download on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. So grab your friends and give it a try. All viewers of Defense Updates that register using the link in the description below will also get a free premium tank, aircraft, or ship and 3 days of premium account time as a bonus. According to a summary of the Maxar Images by geospatial intelligence company All Source Analysis that identified the site from satellite imagery, the area has been traditionally used for ballistic missile testing. The site is near a former target range China used to test early versions of its so-called carrier killer DF-21D anti-ship ballistic missiles. According to the all-source analysis summary, which said there are no indications of weapons impact areas in the immediate vicinity of the mock-ups, the mock-ups of several probable U.S. warships, along with other warships mounted on rails and mobile, could simulate targets related to seeking/target acquisition testing. It was added, this and the extensive detail of the mock-ups, including the placement of multiple sensors on and around the vessel targets, it's probable that this area is intended for multiple uses over time. American carriers at sea are floating airfields, armed with a fleet of strike fighters, and the Pentagon's most potent conventional military asset. Nimitz-class carriers have been deployed for power projection far off from the American homeland. The more sophisticated Ford-class supercarriers are also expected to come online next. It's fair to say that a U.S. Navy carrier would be a formidable impediment for any Chinese military maneuvers, like an invasion against Taiwan. China could get an upper hand in the Indo-Pacific if it could take out the U.S. Navy carriers. But there are tactical challenges when it comes to detecting, tracking, and destroying a hardened warship that's capable of moving at 55 kilometers per hour, or 35 miles per hour, in the vast western Pacific Ocean. To mitigate this, China has developed a kill chain consisting of surveillance platforms like drones, communications networks, and asymmetric weapons. China has 2 missiles that are specifically designed to neutralize supercarriers, DF-21D and DF-26B. The Dongfeng-21 is a 2-stage, solid-fueled, single-warhead, medium-range ballistic missile MRBM, in the Dongfeng series, developed by China Shangfeng Mechanics and Electronics Technology Academy. The DF-21D, developed from DF-21, is said to be the world's first anti-ship ballistic missile, ASBM. It's thought to employ a maneuverable re-entry vehicle, MARV, with a terminal guidance system. This gives it the ability to hit a moving aircraft carrier strike group from long range. Reports indicate that it has a speed of around 10 Mach. According to the U.S. National Air and Space Intelligence Center, the missile has a maximum range of around 1,450 kilometers or 900 miles. It can carry a 600 kilogram or about 1,350 pound warhead. The DF-26 has a range of 4,000 kilometers or 2,500 miles and is thought to be designed to conduct precision nuclear or conventional strikes. This missile is deemed to have an accuracy of 100 meters CEP. The missile was officially revealed at the Chinese 2015 parade commemorating the end of the Second World War. In April 2018, it was officially confirmed that the DF-26 was in service with the People's Liberation Army Rocket Force. The missile has a two-stage, solid-fueled propulsion system and can accommodate 1,200 kilograms or about 2,650 pounds warhead. DF-26B, developed from DF-26, is the anti-ship variant and can hit naval targets. The presence of radar reflectors on the Chinese carrier mock-ups seems to suggest that both the ASBMs are equipped with radar seekers. It's not the first time China has built an aircraft carrier target in the desert. Since 2003, a large concrete pad, roughly the size of a carrier, has been used as a target. The slab, which is part of the Shuangshengzi missile test range, has been hit many times and also repaired several times. The new test site in the Taklamakan desert is 600 miles or about 950 kilometers away and is much more sophisticated. This clearly shows that China is concerned about the capabilities of U.S. Navy supercarriers and is extremely serious about finding ways to counter them. While this will be a source of worry for the U.S. military, it's to be noted that kill chain is a complex process that would be difficult even for the U.S. military to execute perfectly, since links, especially communications, can be disrupted through several means. Earlier this year, Vice Admiral Jeffrey Trussler, the Deputy Chief of Naval Operations for Information Warfare, stated that China can continue spending money on anti-ship ballistic missiles, but it might not be the capability needed to win if a conflict broke out between the US and China. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.